It's been a familiar sound in girls basketball. The Bryant Lady Hornets are on top of the world, or in this case, on top of Arkansas. The Lady Hornets have the honor of 42 consecutive wins, and with it, the weighty task of keeping the streak alive.
There's a lot of pressure, but you know, we think that if we can just take one game at a time and just worry about the team that we're playing tonight, that we know take care of itself.
On the strength of the coaching of Carla Crowder and on the dedication to the ideal of teamwork, Bryant is recognized as the 18th best team in the country by USA Today.
I think we're better than that. I really do. I know that's kind of big-headed, but I think we are better than that.
Success breeds such confidence. After completing a dream season last year, these girls were determined not to let the perspiration of hard work go to waste.
Yeah, we kind of had a long talk. We talked about last year this is a whole new season, and last year we can't bank on what happened last year because this is a new season for us to work, and we're trying to work extremely hard because we would like to win the state championship and possibly the overall championship again.
Rob Thomas, 11 Action Sports, Bryant.
That's a great team. They're a great coach, great team, and we wish them luck the rest of the way.
You might need a break. Hey, Al. Smile. Sabrina. I tried to save you a seat, but hey to Shay.
On behalf of the Bryant Office Club, I am very pleased to welcome you to an evening for the Bryant Lady Hornets. It's unusual for a community the size of Bryant to be able to honor a nationally ranked basketball team. It's a great honor for the Office Club of Bryant to sponsor this banquet. As we move through the program, many of us will remember many evenings the Lady Hornets have given to each of us. I've been to many of the practices, junior high and senior highs, in the past several years, and I've seen the work that goes into it, the work it takes to present the product that we see on the court each night. Here at Bryant, it's at a very high level, thanks to the girls, their work, coaches, and the commitment that Bryant has to the girls basketball team. The work that has gone into this evening is just a small effort and a tribute to thank the Bryant Lady Hornets. The Bryant Offense Club is very pleased to present an evening for the Bryant Lady Hornets. At this time, it's my sincere honor to introduce the athletic director of Bryant Schools, John Bringer.
It's an honor for me tonight to have the opportunity to introduce the gentleman that's going to be our master of ceremonies tonight. He is currently 1987, 1988 Sportscaster of the Year. He's had a lot of great things to say about the young lady, and we're just overwhelmed that he took the opportunity to be with us here tonight. First of all, though, I would like to present Mr. Max Morgan and present him, first of all, a thank you card. I think it's from the Lady Hornet. There's money, Max. I want the money. And we would like to present you with a Lady Hornet hat. I don't know if it's the right size or not, but we'll sure try. We want one size fits all, that's right. And we'd like to present you with a Lady Hornet t-shirt, symbolic of this year's basketball season. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach. And welcome to everyone. It's indeed a pleasure to be here. And of course, before we get into telling stories, tall tales, however you want to call it, I'm going to get right to the invocation before we even get into telling lies, stories. And I'm going to call on Jim Crone to come up and give us the invocation. Jim.
Bow our heads. We thank you, dear Lord, for this opportunity. We thank you for the girls that came out tonight, the parents that came out, and all the people that came out with us. Be with us, guide us, direct us, you'd have us to go through this evening. And as these girls leave us, they're not leaving us all together. We will follow these girls, and we're so proud of them. And as we partake of that food, may it be bless this food for the rest of our body, and our bodies for thy service. In Christ's name, amen.
Okay, dinner will be served right now, so enjoy your meal, and then we'll get right to the program in just a few more minutes. The reason I say that, they tease me all the time about my little bald spot at Channel 11, and now when I bend down, the camera lights, and it kind of shines there. So when I walked in and met Hayes in person there, I felt really, really good. In fact, I felt like I had an afro again. Last few minutes, and because I know Coach Crowder from after Arkansas Tech Day. Thus, I want to make sure I get to Foxside Community Center. I want to make sure I get there on time, and in fact, far in advance. So I take, well, by the time, you know, I comb my hair and I try to pull these few hairs down over the front here, well, I notice I'm running a little late again. So I jump in my car and I have to stop there at the supermarket and get a couple of things, some gum and whatever. And so on my way out, and this is a true story, by the way. I know I tease about lies and tall tales, but this is true. So on my way out, it's the Food for Less there in Southwest Little Rock. I see a little old lady there. She seems to be having a problem. So I checked my watch and I said, well, I got just a few more minutes. I'll try and help her, see if there's anything I can do. So I go up to her and said, ma'am, excuse me, you appear to be having some problems here. Is there anything I can do for you? She says, yes, you can. She says, I am having problems here. I just went into the store, came out, and I've got ice cream for my grandkids, and you know, it's warm today and it's starting to melt, and I really need to get in my car, and my lock seems to be broke. I said, well, that's no problem. I said, well, let me, if you don't mind, let me have your car keys here and I'll get you in. So I stood on the passenger side, and I could see where maybe there was a problem there, but it wouldn't open. I said, don't worry, I'll walk around here on the driver's side first, and I said, I'll walk around here to the passenger side and see if we'll just get you in that way, no problem. So I'll go over there and open it. I try to open it, it won't do it, and so I walk back around to her. About this time, somebody else comes up, and he recognizes me. He says, Max, what seems to be a problem? I said, well, she can't get in her car here and her ice cream's melting. He said, well, if you don't mind, I'll help you out. I said, yeah, come on over here, the more the better. So about this time, he says, Max, a lot of times, if you'll just stick the key in here and we'll just rock this car, when you put some pressure on it, sometimes it'll just pop that lock right open. I said, well, let's do it. So I stick the key in there, we're rocking this lady's car, and it's bouncing up and down in the parking lot, and so it still won't open. So I look up at the lady, and I notice she's kind of staring off across the parking lot, and I said, ma'am, we can't get in. She says, oh, never mind, there's my car over there. Y'all probably beat him a few times. But anyway, my senior year in high school, you know, I had played inside, even though I'm only about 6'1" or so. But they picked me. I'm supposed to be one of the best players and lead us to a great season. Well, I promptly led us to 3 wins and 21 losses. And of those 3 wins, we beat one team twice. In fact, one of the newspapers labeled us as the only team in the state that gave high fives when we shot, if we just hit the rim. It didn't happen.
I said, Max, what's the main ingredient to be a good sand lizard? He said, well, to start with the sand lizards, you got to have a lot of grit. True story. I'd like to introduce Charlie Chapin. Can I introduce you as 2? Okay, I'm going to introduce them as 3. Okay. I'd like to introduce Larry and Sharon Mitchell, please. At the bus on that night, when we came back with the coveted trophy with us, I'd like to introduce Mayor Roy Bishop and his wife, Benita. Jim Crone and his wife, Kathy. Expressed a desire to be here, and they've been strong supporters. The ones that made it, however, Jim and Anita Tyler. To introduce the superintendent of our school system, and I'm very proud of our school system, and a man I hope largely responsible for that, Mr. Ed Love. And my mother's favorite daughter-in-law, Sherry. We've had tremendous support from some of the local papers. Is Rob left? The Lady Hornets. We'd like to recognize the parents, grandparents of our present Lady Hornets, and there are many parents of future Lady Hornets here. So if the parents would please stand, we'd like to give you
themselves, and a guy that Bryant has come to know his face quite often. He has signed 2 Lady Hornets. You know, anytime you sign one player off a team goes to a major college. Possessed here at Bryant, and he has signed 2. And let's give a big, warm Bryant welcome, Bach-type welcome, John Sutherland.
I'd like to present to the coaches tonight, and it's a small token of our esteem, I guess. We try to give something back to them that they've given to us, and we know we can do that. This one goes to Coach Carla Crowder. And this one goes to Coach L, who did more than drive the bus.
Thanks, Sally. Okay, now we're going to pick up the program once again. Of course, Carla Crowder's name is next in line. You know, I mentioned that I know Coach Crowder from her Arkansas Tech days up near Russellville, and my hometown started right across the river from Russellville. And of course, she was Carla Burris then, and the radio station I worked for up there, we did a lot of the games and the Arkansas Tech Golden Sun, so I remember calling Carla Burris's name out time after time. In fact, Carla was one of the top rebounders on the Arkansas Tech Golden Sun teams in the late 70s, around 1980. And one of the reasons she was one of the top rebounders was because when she shot, she usually missed 3 or 4 or 5 times. And I mean, Carla had this down pat. She'd stand right under that basket and just bank it off the backboard and pad her rebounding stats. So a lot of the girls used to tell Coach Yeager, the coach up there, that you know, it's not fair. She should just be counted 1 rebound 5 times. She misses on purpose. Carla Crowder.
Possible to us. This is a very special night, and it's a great feeling to have all these people here that support the Lady Hornets. Our fans this year were tremendous. And also, Becky Pat's going to Arkansas Tech, and so they're going to be surprised Becky can shoot the ball. Okay, and I just want to say a little bit about our team. These girls, we have 18 girls, and every one of these girls is really, really special to me, and I know they are to you. I couldn't have handpicked a better group of girls. These girls have great morals, they're great people, they have great attitudes, our grade point excellent, and they're just great people, plus being great basketball players. So that makes my job so much easier to have people who work hard and are that pleasant to work with. And I'd just like to say how much I enjoy this. Okay, I'd like to introduce the Lady Hornets. First, I'm going to start with sophomores. Amber Carr, stand up, please. Nikki Spradlin, Shannon Tommy, Tracy Wilson, Tracy Harrison, Heather Tort, okay, our juniors, Ann Shire, Carol Wallace, Sabrina Pike, Deshae Boggs, Christy Johnson, Rachel Nazareth, Dee Dee Harris, pair of seniors, Becky Nazareth, Becky Patton, Marla Goshen, Amanda Stewart, Sally Moore, and Alan Loebner, film course. And Alan's going to come up and help me hand out a lot better than even she thought she'd do. She just did an excellent job for us, and we're real proud of her, and that's Heather Tort. Defense. She learned by the end of the year to have control on her basketball, and she played real well, and I think she's going to be an excellent player for us, and this is the Hustle Award. This goes to Tracy Harrison.